Konnichiwa minasan. Today is June 15th, 2011, and we're going to do another moment of truth. Today is a day that I'm finally letting go of my push to give towards the relief effort in Japan. Finally letting go of things for a bit. It's been right about over 3 months now since the earthquake happened March 11th, and I've had things posted on my blog as my favorites, right at the top of the list, in support of Japan. And I think now that things have kind of settled down, I'm glad that things are finally cleaning up in an effort. It's something that looked very dire for a while, and they're still managing things at the nuclear facility. However, I think probably the most imminent threat of things that could possibly happen is probably pretty much over. I'm still watching things carefully, but I think there's a good chance that there's still going to be as much Japan as there was before for people to still come back to, including myself. So it's a very upsetting thing to see so many people die, and it's just a natural disaster that happened. I'm not saying that to make my overtone for this blog, but I am making my statement here that right about, what is it now? Right about 3 months after now that I'm finally putting that aside. It happens in Japan all the time. I mean, that's part of a way of life over there. When you have earthquakes, things happen, but this is more or less where you could define as a big one. And whatever loss or whatever happens, if people die or whatever you have to deal with in the aftermath of the earthquake, you kind of cry, you get upset and mourn over that, and you get over it, and then you move on back to your everyday life. And today is one of those points for me. I want people to understand and learn that this can happen anywhere, and I did say that probably once before in the blog that I removed. It could happen in your backyard. Here in Massachusetts, Western Massachusetts, recently, within the past 2 weeks or so, we've had tornadoes touch down, and I heard that over 4 people died, and there's quite a bit of property damage going on over there. So that's just an example, and I do predict that if this earthquake trend does move anywheres, it's going to probably move westward, which means it's going to be closer to home. Okay, so I want people to be ready for that. But I do want to thank the good American people for contributing and helping in the relief effort, and everybody across the world. There are servicemen that are stationed in and around Japan that actually lended a hand in the cleanup effort and to help out people who had needs that needed to be tended to, and people that needed help being dug out of the rubble, people that were still alive. I think that was a very good, noble effort, and it was very good. And I want to say thank you to the world. I don't want to get too emotional. Okay, on to other things. I did have a blog that I didn't post yet, but anyway, I did experience Pride this past Saturday. Pride was awesome. I went there. If anybody kind of recognizes me the way I look right now, they might see. I brought a few extra things. I wore these sunglasses, I had this hat, and I had this shirt, and I had my parasol, and what was the other thing that I had? I have it right here. My purse. Now, I was putting myself together in the wee hours of the morning because I was running late. And I was saying to myself since last year, I said, Pride's going to be happening like 7 or 8 months from now. Or about a year from now. I have plenty of time to get ready. Just to put it off and put it off and put it off. And, sure enough, the night before Pride, before the Saturday parade and the Saturday's events, I was putting myself together that night right before. I was up in the wee hours of the morning after I got out of work to put my shirt together. My shirt, I figured this year, I said, I have to wear certain things to kind of serve as an identifier so that people kind of know, because last year, nobody knows what the heck I was. Anybody's guess, right? So I decided to post a message, and these nice letters that you can iron on the back, and I'll give you a hint to see it on the back. I don't know if you guys can read this. It's so rude to speak away. It says, "Kiss me, I'm trans." I was going to put another message that said, "Trans girls give the best hugs," which is one of the messages that I used on my car. And then I got to the wee hours in the morning, and I said, "Oh, I'm tired, I gotta go to sleep." And I only got probably like 5.5, 6 hours of sleep right before Pride was going to happen. So, but I had to be there, which is kind of cool. I don't know if people recognize me. There are people who had pictures taken with me. It's kind of cool. I think we call this a parasol. This is my red one. The color is completely off in here, and I don't know if I would be able to remedy that. I want to put a background behind me. So let me see. I have that. I have my purse. I said, you know what the hey? I mean, nobody else is going to probably have a purse. Drag queens are dressed up to God knows what, you know, so... Let's see, you can see me this way. The more people might recognize me as like this the whole time. Oh, hit the chair in the back. It's like... So it's kind of doing that. And of course, oh, hang on to that. I don't have both hands to clap to anything, so I just hung on to my parasol. But unfortunately, this Pride is the, well, let's see, it's the third Pride I've been to, but this has been like 2 years in a row, as far as my experience goes. Last year and this year that we've had rain, and I was looking out my window and I said, well, it seems kind of clear, and there's a little bit of misting in the air, and I took a shower and I got out, I said, oh crap, it's raining. It's raining, it's nasty, it's a mess. So I felt really bad because I said, I know people are going to be in the parade and they're going to be doing things, and those poor girls that are dressed up are going to be rained on. Unless they have something, you know, above them, you know, in the parade, float, whatever that they're in at the time. So it really was quite a thing. I was kind of planning not that. I suppose the weather, I was tracking this all week, and it was supposed to be good Saturday, and I guess it kind of changed last minute, which was a very bad thing. But it didn't rain the whole day, fortunately. I got there late. I needed my sleep, so I got there late, and I got to the performance. You know, they had the stage and everything, and there's still quite a few people hanging out, and I really had to be there, even though I lost sleep. But it was kind of misting at that time. It was, you know, a little quieter as far as the rain going, and then it just kind of tapered off. But we had cloud cover for most of the day, which was really awful. I mean, if I could put in a good word with God, if you can hear this blog, which I'm sure you will, and you're probably hearing it right now before I release it, can we have some nice sunny weather next year? Hot, not too hot, but you know, hot enough. When that sea breeze comes off of the bay, oh, got to be cold. That would become a little bit of a topic for some of the drag queens getting up there on stage. That girl is cold. You bet your ass she's cold. She's in a dress, she's got, you know, short skirt on, everything, you know, is cut down. It's really not a very comfortable thing, and they're burying certain parts of the body, so it's like, I kind of felt bad, but yeah. People have pictures taken with me. I was surprised. I was the only one with a parasol, and as far as I can tell, I was the only one with a purse. It was a trip. I carried it with me the whole way. I went and I left the house, purse in hand, parasol up here, and I went into the subway. I came from the car, purse, you know, just like hanging off of me like that, you know. I was clutching onto it when I went to the subway. No big deal, no big whoop. And it's like, hey, this is pretty cool. That's another queer block. I know. Isn't everybody? So, yeah, it was a trip. I really enjoyed it. There was an Indian guy came up. He wanted to take a picture of me. Asked, took a picture of me, and then he wanted me to take a picture of him holding my parasol. He was into it. And then there was a lady. She had her girlfriend with her, a lesbian woman. I suspect she was bisexual. She liked me a lot. Talked with her a bit. She asked my name, had a picture taken, her girlfriend. Beautiful girlfriend, nice Asian woman. Yeah. The woman that was with me taking the picture, it was just a slender, blonde thing. Very, very attractive. Very attractive. I'm not usually into Caucasian women, but wow. She was pretty sweet. I think there's a lot of guys that would be after her. Yeah. I mean, I'm not kidding. They really would. But I guess she's probably on the end of liking girls more. And people could look and they could read the back of my shirt, and I do. So, she did know about me. And she's probably more on that end. But, I did feel a sense, I could see it in her eyes. When she left, she said goodbye. And I was like, whoa. I guess she really did like me. I feel bad because it would have been nice to talk to her a little more, but I didn't want to make her girlfriend jealous or anything. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I bought a rainbow flag, that's what you call it. I was going to translate in Japanese. You guys don't know Japanese. But that was really cool. I bought a pair of socks. I wore my white sneakers. I was going to wear my shoes. You see these two shoes, they're pretty cool. I got them out of storage, they're kind of dirty. Mind that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I had a good time. People just don't underestimate the power of going to Pride. You have to go. I mean, if you're part of the community, you're part of any genre, I think that you should do it. And you're going to hear this reoccurring theme. At least one person's going to say it on stage, or somebody somewhere, is that you have to be you, okay? You have to be you. And they encourage you, like, go ahead, live life, be you no matter what. I mean, in your daily life, even when it's not Pride. This is a day for people to grow. People have to feel empowered. They can go into the world. I mean, I went for the press, nothing, okay? Nothing. But of course, I was getting on the train, there's two lesbians here, and you wouldn't know. They're just like regular people. People are in the other thing where I think most of the straight community would say, oh, well, a lesbian woman might not be all that attractive, so she can't find a guy, that's why she's going for girls. No, it's not really a choice. You'd be surprised at some of the very, very attractive people. And they weren't queer looking in any way. I saw a bunch of guys further up, from me, and they were very, very attractive. They looked like models. I mean, I'm not really into guys, not necessarily, but, I can recognize a good-looking guy when I see one. And these guys are like, whoa, very, very attractive. I wouldn't doubt that they worked as models. That's what I was picking up from them. And down further below, I saw 3 couples coming up, 3 Asian couples, and they were all lesbians. And of them, there's like 2 or 3 of them that I saw there, just these hot-looking chicks, and their girlfriends weren't that bad either. And I was like, whoa. A guy would look at them and say, that girl's hot. I really would want to date her. I really want to take her home. Well, she's into the girls. What can I say? So it's that sort of thing. People have a certain stigma with that. So it's very important. If you guys have a Pride celebration going through, or anywhere is within your area, even if you have to travel a little bit, make those preparations to go, because that whole week, especially towards the end of the week, even here in the town where I live, I could see more and more couples like walking the street, and I was like, giddy up, that was really cool. Another thing, 2 messages I posted this year instead of 3 like last year. One message was, let's see, of course, the message on the back of my shirt, which says, kiss me, I'm trans. Did I write that one? No, I didn't. First, nope, that's the message for the shirt. First message was, yes, I'm one of them, 100% trans, just kind of like a statement. And the second one was, trans girls give the best hugs. So I really like that always. But it gives you an opportunity to come out, and I'm like more coming out all the time. Really tell people I'm more comfortable, and I just feel better about myself. That's the importance of Pride Week. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. I mean, if you haven't come out or whatever, just go. You're gonna blend in. You're gonna be with everybody else. All right, my time is almost up, but I just wanted to get that through. So bye for now.